Welcome back to the 247 Sports YouTube channel. I'm Steve Wiltfong, and you're here to watch another one of America's top high school football prospects announce their college decision. Today, it's quarterback Jake Merklinger out of Savannah, Calvary Day. One of the most coveted players in the country at the position, the blue chipper has narrowed his focus to Georgia, Michigan State, North Carolina, and Tennessee. Over the last 3 seasons, the 6'3", 195-pound Merklinger has thrown for 6,607 yards and 75 touchdowns. He's also rushed for 20 more scores. With that, let's head to the Peach State and bring in Jake and the folks from Calvary Day, the Cavaliers.
All right, welcome everyone. Thank you for being here today. We're excited to have the opportunity to join Jake and his family here as he makes an announcement for his next college decision. Before we get started, I'm going to open this up in prayer. Dear Lord, thank you so much. Thank you for this opportunity for us to be here today. Thank you for the help of everyone in this room. Thank you for this opportunity for Jake and his family to be able to have this opportunity to make this decision, and you just blessing him with the gifts and skill and the family to support him to be able to make this next step. Thank you for everyone who's here to support him and to support Calvary Day School. We thank you for all the many blessings you bestow on us. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. All right, so quick thoughts. Luke 12:48. Part of that verse says, "From everyone who has been given much, much will be demanded or required. And from the one who has been given or entrusted with much, much more will be asked and expected." And as quarterback of a football team, especially a football team as successful as ours has been, a lot of pressure can fall on the quarterback. Well, let's read that quote to say Jake has handled himself very well over the last 3 years, especially this last year with all the attention he's received for the opportunity to play quarterback at the next level. We know he didn't do it by himself. He has a great offensive line, great teammates, and his coach is going to talk about that, and a wonderful support staff around him. But as a young man, he's done an awesome job of carrying that burden that way, but also being an ambassador to our community. So we're grateful for Jake, and we're grateful for his family, and this time we're going to turn it over to Coach Stroud.
Appreciate it. Hey, it's a great day for Jake, great day for his family. Outside of being just an outstanding human being and having a great family, Jake has all those intangibles that you're looking for in a great player. He has humility, which is rare in this day. Great humility. He's still in awe of other people. Lifts his teammates up. Never puts himself on a pedestal, which is phenomenal. He is a fierce competitor. You guys know him. He's a great competitor. He's tough. He's demanding of himself, demanding of his teammates, was exceptional. His family's getting great genetics. And he's done something with them. We tell our guys all the time, it's not your genetics you do, it's what you do with it. It's what counts, it's what's really, really important. Just a great testimony about how you go about the recruiting process and how you go about handling yourself. He's handling himself first class, again, with great humility, and he's just really, really worked hard to be a great player and a great leader. It's tough today to be a leader. You have to stand up and correct people and also hold yourself to a big standard. So, man, super excited here today. He deserves it, he earned it, and he's got such great things ahead. A great example of how we should carry ourselves as well as a person. Jake Merklinger, congratulations, Bob.
Jake, congratulations. Thanks for joining us. You narrowed it down to those 4 schools there. What were the important factors you were looking for in a college football program in school?
Yeah, I just think the main thing for a place where I could feel like I was part of the family, a place that I felt like could be home away from home, a place where I could, go and get developed as a quarterback, but also as a man.
Jake, you had a chance to visit all these programs. You went to North Carolina twice this calendar year. Michigan State was the first program to offer you a scholarship. Georgia, your mom's alma mater, you visited there recently. In Tennessee, you went to a game in the fall and went there this past weekend. Say something nice about each program that caught your eye.
Yeah, I'll start with North Carolina, like you said. They first started talking to me in January. I loved it. I got to go see a basketball game there. It was amazing. Coach Lindsay and Coach Brown have been great to me this entire time. Michigan State, like you said, they were my first offer. They started this whole thing for me, so I'm super thankful for them. Georgia, that's the hometown state. My mom went there. They've got a great program, and they win a lot. And Tennessee, like you said, I've been to a game there. Been there a couple of times. Really like Coach Heupel and Coach Halsey.
Well, Jake, you're one of the most coveted players at the position in the 2024 cycle, and the floor is yours to let us know where you'll be playing your college football.
Okay, thank you. First off, I'd like to thank my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. The decision to give your life to Him is the most important decision you can ever make. God has blessed me with so much, and all glory goes to Him. This decision required a lot of prayer, and I feel that He has led me to it. Secondly, I want to thank my family, both my mom, my dad, and my big brother, for supporting me throughout this whole process and pushing me to be the best person I can be. Love you guys. I would also like to thank all my coaches and teammates. From every coach I've had, since Little League Baseball to AAU basketball, and now my high school football coaches, I can't thank you guys enough for just pushing me and continuing to stay on me to make me the best player I can be. To my teammates, I love you guys, and I appreciate all of you. Finally, I would like to thank Calvary Day School. This place is my home and forever will be. This place is so special because of the people in it. This process has been an absolute blessing, and I want to thank all the coaches that have recruited me and given me an opportunity to play at the program. Now, with all that being said, I'm excited to announce that I will be committed to the University of Tennessee.
Top 247 quarterback Jake Merklinger announces his decision to play for Tennessee. Commit number 6 for Josh Heupel and the Vols in the 2024 class. Tennessee is up to number 6 in the 247 Sports recruiting rankings with Jake's commitment as Heupel and company chase a second straight top 10 recruiting class. Jake, you were there this weekend. You said it was this visit that put the Vols over the top.
Yes, sir. I just had a great time there this weekend. It was amazing. I got to spend a lot of quality time with Coach Heupel and Coach Halsey. The program's on the rise. I can't wait to get into it. Just the fan base, the atmosphere. When I went to the game back in the fall, I love everything about it.
Why do you think Coach Heupel is such a successful coach? I know you're excited to go play for a former quarterback that did it at a high level.
Yeah, I think both Coach Heupel and Coach Halsey are so successful in coaching quarterbacks because they play the position themselves. They both have a great relationship. Coach Heupel actually coached Coach Halsey. I'm really excited to be in that room and learn from those guys.
Tennessee's a program that was ranked number 1 last year at one point in the season. They're a legit college football playoff contender here moving forward under Coach Heupel and company. What are your favorite things about this football program in school?
Yeah, just the way I feel like I can get developed there. Because like you said, both Coach Halsey and Coach Heupel are such great coaches. And then also, I felt that family feeling. I felt like it was my home away from home. And, just the program itself, the tradition that comes with Tennessee football, the fan base, you're going to be playing in front of 100,000 people every Saturday. So I'm really excited for it.
Yeah, just talk about that atmosphere inside Neyland Stadium and what makes it special to you.
Yeah, the first time I went there was last year. I think it played Kentucky at night, and it was phenomenal. It was Halloween weekend. It was super rowdy. The fans were awesome. I can't wait to get in there.
Well, congratulations, Jake. I know the Tennessee staff and Tennessee Nation's excited to get you to Knoxville as well. Will you be enrolling early at Tennessee?
Yes, I will.
Gotcha. And then last thing from us, who are some of the guys you're going to be trying to get to join you as Vols here in the future?
So I've got a pretty good relationship with the commits right now. They have already. But I'll get with Coach Bo, Coach Ellerby, talk to those guys, and just see what they think, and I'll do anything to make that program better.
Gotcha. Well, that's Jake Merklinger. He's the latest commit for Josh Heupel and the Vols. Tennessee up to number 6 in the 247 Sports recruiting rankings with one of the most coveted passers in the fold. To break it all down, let's bring in my colleague, 247 Sports national analyst Cooper Patagna. Cooper, how are you?
I'm doing great, man. I'm doing great. Another one of these top arms coming off the board. So another day that the quarterback musical chairs. We're going to get moving here pretty soon.
Well, I'm glad you're doing great, but we're not doing as well as the boys in Knoxville right now who land one of their top targets and one of the most coveted players at the position. You've seen Jake. What do you like about his game?
Well, he's a winner. He's a 3-year starter. This is a guy 29-9 over 3 years at Calvary Day. But the way he plays the game, I think he's a good athlete as well. This is a guy you got to remember, 3-sport athlete, plays on the hardwood. He's a 9-6-2 guy, also plays lacrosse. He's very comfortable outside of the pocket. He's got some gamer to him in terms of the arm strength and the overall arm talent. It's good. I think you probably put it in that good enough. But the nuances of the game, talk about this a lot, timing, anticipation, touch, things that are so important in playing in a Josh Heupel offense. I think this guy's a great fit and a guy that can go and sit and learn behind a guy like Nico Iamaleava, who we think is going to be the guy there for quite some time.
Yeah, this is a young man that actually told me that he didn't even look at depth charts when making his college decision. He was looking for the best fit for him to develop as a passer, fit in off the field. And he's excited to get up to Tennessee and make best friends with some of his teammates. You know, that's kind of how he viewed his college decision, a place where he can play with guys that he wants to be around and play for some coaches that he thinks can develop him. And he's going to get in there and try and push that room with Nico Iamaleava and company in there. Cooper, Tennessee had the #1 ranked offense in the country last year. Just talk about Jake's fit playing for Coach Heupel and his potential.
Well, it's a quarterback-friendly offense. I think we've seen that. Joe Milton, a guy that's going to get another crack at it this year, potentially. We'll see what happens with him and Nico in the spring, also in the fall. But, you know, this is a quarterback-friendly offense, like I just mentioned. So a guy like Jake Merklinger, who is a guy that completed over 67% of his passes last year, I think he's going to be a good fit. Now, the time to get acclimated, I think that's also going to be a benefit as well. But Josh Heupel, he talked about it in terms of his commitment, that comfort level with the head coach and a guy that's so involved day to day in the offense that used to play the position at a really high level at Oklahoma. I think all those things matter when you take into consideration why a quarterback might choose a collegiate destination. And right now, Steve, if you kind of look at the whole landscape of college football and the quarterback position, really outside of Lincoln Riley, who's just done a phenomenal job and is in a league of his own when it comes to recruiting quarterbacks, is there another better quarterback recruiter than Josh Heupel? And the way this is trending, Nico Iamaleava, #2 quarterback last year, #10 quarterback this year. We'll see if that holds up. But Jake Merklinger certainly has some staying power in the top 247. It's a great day to be a Vols fan. It starts at this position. It's the most important one. So you got to get this right. And Tennessee looks like they're in good hands.
Yeah, absolutely. And moving forward, they're in great shape with some guys that I know you love. Jordan Ross, 5-star edge. I think they're one of the top contenders for him. I think that they probably lead right now for a guy. You guys skyrocketed into the top 100 of our rankings. Another edge, Cameron Fountain. You know, Ryan Wingo and Jaden Riddell are a couple guys are swinging hard at. I think they're the one to beat for Boo Carter and Ricardo Jones. Cam Michael's a guy that they like on both sides of the ball. When it's all said and done, I think they probably land Edwin Spillman. You know, they're swinging at guys like Mike Matthews, who'll be back at Tennessee on Monday. KJ Bolden at Tennessee on Monday. Williams Nwaneri, I think he's going to be back at Tennessee this weekend for his second visit this spring. They're in the Sammy Brown sweepstakes. They have legs with Kamarian Franklin and Edric Houston. Just overall, the way that Coach Heupel is building this program up, Cooper, as someone that's been on the inside, what do you like about the way they've been attacking things on the trail?
Well, they're in the mix, and I don't think there's any question in terms of the offensive prowess of Josh Heupel in Tennessee and what they've done. We saw that last year with Hendon Hooker. I think that's going to continue over the next couple of years, the way they're recruiting the offensive side of the ball. The biggest thing that stands out with Tennessee is the way that they're recruiting defense. You know, you mentioned a handful of guys that they're in the mix with, Jordan Ross being one of those guys. They recruited that group and that side of the ball well last year too. So if they can continue to stockpile talent, not only on the offensive side of the ball, you had the #1 scoring offense in the country last year, top 5 passing offense. That's really going to do the job for you. I don't expect that to go anywhere, but defensively, that's where they can make the biggest jump. And Brad Crawford, one of our national college football writers, he put out a ranking today of where the teams across college football will stand 2 years from now in 2025. Right now, I mean, you can make an argument that Tennessee is in really good standing in a team that should be considered as a top 4. So I think they ended up right on the cusp of top 5 status. But I love the way that Josh Heupel with Tennessee Volunteers are trending, and everybody's going to talk about offense, but in terms of being able to reach their ceiling, their potential, that's going to be set on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, first 11-win season since 2001, Cooper. Jake Merklinger maintains the standard that they're getting accustomed to in that quarterback room. That's Cooper Patagna. I'm Steve Wiltfong. You just watched Jake Merklinger commit to Tennessee. And for more coverage of this blue chip passer choosing the Vols, head to GoVols247. That's 247sports.tennessee.com for more. Thanks for tuning in, and check out all our coverage on the 247 Sports YouTube channel moving forward. Thanks for tuning in.